Welcome to the BV Sports Show. I'm DB, a disgruntled yet content Manchester United fan. To the right of me, I've got
TV Nico. I'm sick, but I'm here, man.
And in front of me,
Tottenham Joey, you already know, man.
where should we start today, guys? I think we're going to start on the red side of North London, where Arsenal held a a 1-0 defeat to Newcastle at St James's Park. What are we saying? Arteta's men. Wait, hold on. I'm not smelling no Arsenal fans. Carlos, where are you? What's going on?
Right,
They all went hiding.
Dre as well. Dre, long time I haven't seen Dre, boy.
They're all ducking the smoke. When it was dark ass Arsenal, everybody was talking about, we got this now. They're not around.
All the Arsenal fans are hiding. I haven't seen them for a few weeks. Not for a few weeks.
It's mad. It's true.
Yeah.
Bro, Arsenal got 3 losses. And now they're fourth. They're behind Nottingham Forest.
And before we even get into the Newcastle game itself, I don't want to be a troll in it, but I feel like I'm gonna have to troll a little bit. They can't even blame that Newcastle result on referees, decisions,
none of this.
nothing like that.
They tried to. There's a few that tried to. But
Shamelessly.
Do you know what I'll say is, I feel like Newcastle are like Arsenal's bogey team. Not just say bogey team because Newcastle are a decent side. But I've watched Arsenal face Newcastle live at the Emirates. They just give them heck. They physically bully them. They run them up and down. It's just long all the time.
It's like Spurs with Man City, isn't it?
Styles make fights, and then I feel like Newcastle's got Arsenal's number. They really do have Arsenal's number.
Styles make fights.
Styles make little boxing, combat sports term.
I like that one.
But I can't lie to you, man. Like, I watched that game. First half, Arsenal looked decent. Like, they was doing what they were doing. Like, they looked like they could score.
You think?
They didn't look super threatening, but they were still in the game. Second half, they had the ball, but they did not look. Apart from that Declan Rice header at the end, there was not really anything crazy. And they didn't have any shots on target in the second half.
They didn't. Arsenal look like they're in a bad, not bad position. The only thing they have on their side is time and games. That's still early in the season, but at the same time, you don't want to be falling back
too far,
so far back, and just like even their form, like looking back on it. Not even just their form, but if you see the way they play, they look like they don't know. Like they're conceding chances. They're not like you said. They don't have no many shots on target. They don't have much of that. There's something missing there, like in the past few weeks or so.
I think personally, to a degree they've been found out. And when I say I think they've been found out, and I think even Carl was saying it to us the other night as well. It's like. What's their style of play now? Are they going to be a Jose Mourinho type counter-attacking team, sit back and we'll hit you on the break? But even then, even the way they played yesterday, they didn't look like they had any idea of what to do. I think without Saka being the creative, they had nothing.
Do you know, so mad? They just don't have Odegaard.
Yeah.
I think it's more than that. I think it's more than that. Yeah, man. I think obviously everyone's going to allude to, we ain't got Odegaard, but 4 or 5 weeks ago when things were still rosy, they weren't this, we're fine without Odegaard. It's not Odegaard, but 4 weeks later.
And there's a lot of Arsenal fans who have a lot of bad things to say about Odegaard. They think that the team is overly reliant on him. Not even overly reliant on him. Like, the system suits him best, but he can't get the team to where it needs to be. You see how I feel with Fernandes?
Yeah.
Like, they think that about Odegaard. But it's clear that there's a clear lack of creativity because you've got basically three defensive midfielders. You got Declan Rice, who defensive midfielder box to box, but he's not gonna be cutting through the team with passes. Then you've got Partey, who's playing right back, also playing in the middle. Then you got Marino. He's not a very creative on the ball player. Like, who do they have to cut through the other team's midfield? Like, hold the ball a bit. Like I'm saying, put a disguised pass in behind.
But they did have someone though. They had Emil Smith-Rowe. And
even they played Trossard in that midfield three yesterday as well.
Yeah,
but Trossard,
and he had a bad game.
He had a very bad game
yesterday. I was thinking to myself, like I think even said it like yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, when seeing Martinelli play, and I'm thinking Martinelli is not gonna be the left mid to get you to win the Premier League.
No. Do you want me to talk about Martinelli?
Visionism.
We will. Let me just say, but with Martinelli, right, bro, he's just so one-dimensional. Yeah. He's like. I see him play and I already know what he's going to do. And fair enough, he's got the pace to do it.
Yeah.
But then you see him yesterday come against a good right back with good pace. Yeah. With Tino
Livramento, he played.
And he just doesn't know what to do. Like he's run out of ideas. That's it. He's like a one-trick pony. And then I look at it, then I'm thinking they don't really have another winger other than Saka that could probably, I would say, like that's going to win them the Prem. Like I look at Sterling. Sterling's done it, but for me, like I still haven't seen it for the past season and a half of him to say, yeah, I can see Sterling being a crucial factor, a difference maker in winning the Prem. Trossard, like you said, like he's too in and out of that left wing, so you don't even know what to play. Sometimes seen him play forward, seen him playing that cam, sometimes play right wing, left wing. Like you don't know what is with him. I just feel like they're missing that. They need to get as much as they say need a number 9. They need a left mid, I think, now as well, because Martin's getting found out.
I agree with you. I even want to talk about Havertz as well, because for, again, a long period of time, Arsenal have been saying, oh, Havertz is the best number 9 in the league. And it's like Havertz isn't a number 9 to begin with.
That was
Arsenal
egregious
fan.
from them.
I know it was.
Very
I know
egregious.
it was. But then you look at yesterday, for example, and you're like, what did he do? He was pretty much non-existent.
Did he even have a shot? He didn't have a shot. He didn't
You barely touched the ball.
Barely touched the ball, yeah.
I feel
That's a bit at the end for, isn't it, when the goal got chalked off.
But other than that, it's like, I don't know with Arsenal. I don't know.
And you know what's mad? They're playing ugly football now and getting no results.
Yeah, so
that's
it's like
dark.
Someone said something kind of funny to me the other day, and they said I think Arteta's scarred from the 2022-2023 season when they capitulated.
Yeah.
And I think you can tell because obviously the style of play has changed.
Yeah.
And it seemed like he's not confident in his side no more, hence why he's reverting to these.
Do you think he's overthought because of that? What's happening? He's overthinking now, like these type of games. And
I think he's definitely. I won't say PTSD. It's a bit.
Do you know what I'll say is Arsenal's summer was dead. They bought who did they buy? Moreno, Calafiori,
and Raheem Sterling.
Like you didn't bulk your attacking resources. Like so basically they went into this season banking on Saka, Havertz, Odegaard and Martinelli. I'll be honest with you.
The same characters, yeah.
They shouldn't have banked on Martinelli. For me personally, Martinelli's a decent left winger. Like I don't think he's top tier. He had a good season 2 seasons ago. But even me, I said from time, like I would not bank on Martinelli. That is not a winger that I bank on.
No, I agree.
And then you've got like Odegaard, who unfortunately has been injured, but you went and got rid of Smith Rowe, as you said. Now you have no creative person. Trossard has been a creative force in lesser sides, but we clearly see that he can't do it for a sustained period of time because you've tried it with him playing false 9 and you end up swapping him out for Havertz. So it's clear like you had no creative force and now you're stuck relying on Bakayo, and it hasn't worked this time.
They doubled up on him yesterday as well. So it's like you lock up Saka and there's no one else there really to make the difference in the game.
That though, I think you should definitely give Lewis Hall some credit.
Oh yeah,
he had a great game yesterday against Saka as well.
Both of their
fullbacks were superb. But
good,
overall though, in regards to, I think 8 points is too much of a deficit to claw back. To be honest,
are they out of the title race? That's the question we've got to ask.
My personal opinion, I think they are. Yeah,
I slightly think so. Do you know what it is? No, I say no. I said yes at some point yesterday, but I'm gonna say no because Liverpool are top of the table. It's not City. And there's something like Liverpool are playing well, but this manager isn't adjusted to the Premier League. He's not battle tested in the Premier League. It looks good. They're playing good. They're using depth, but they're not battle tested to the point where when they go further in the Europa League, what happens? Because now Liverpool
champions, you know?
By the way, this is a United fan speaking, so...
Am I bugging out? When they go further in European competition, I'm bugging out. When they go further in European competition, what would they prioritize? Do they have the squad depth? Like, what will things do? Because you got players like, we'll get to Liverpool a bit later, but they've got players who are world class. They've been there before, but is that enough? Because they've got players who haven't been there before, who are experienced, and players who are towards the end of their tenure being Liverpool players. So it's a matter of that.
But sorry to cut you. On the flip side of that, though, you got to bear in mind, it's like both Liverpool and City have to drop a significant amount of points for Arsenal to catch them, and Arsenal have to be flawless.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the reality.
And you know what another problem is? Arsenal actually dropped points to both Liverpool and City. That's the thing. In the process, though, they dropped last minute goal to City, and then they drew to Liverpool. So now they have to take those points back off them in order to effectively directly impact them. So that's where now odds evens out. Like, have Arsenal got the ability, the players? Will players be back in time? Will the manager make the right decisions? It's like too many question marks on what Arsenal can do, and in the past it's proven that Arsenal aren't the team to be able to go take it from people and kind of wait for others to make mistakes.
Yeah, and like Joey said, they need to be flawless. Arsenal, you need to be like spot on. And I just don't see it. I don't think anyone really can see it.
And they got a tough run against coming.
They've got Inter Milan in midweek. They will go all the way to Italy into Milan, and then they'll come back and play Chelsea away. And the way Chelsea are playing right now, despite the way they play today, but they've been playing good football. And for them at Stamford Bridge, that's never been an easy spot for Arsenal to go to. They probably won there like 2 seasons ago or something like that.
Yeah.
But now they got to go there. with the team they have, the players they have available, and win.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one for them. They got Forest after that, after the international. So
Forest have been good as well. Good for
they've got a bit of a sticky patch at the moment to get over. So
Yeah, me personally, I don't see them clawing it back. Me personally,
because if they do, hats off to them, and like it will show at the end of the season where they stand. But like you guys clearly aren't banking on them making it happen.
I don't think even Arsenal fans would bank on it. I think
the
Arsenal fans
realistic ones won't bank. on it.
Yeah. I don't think that even they would look at them the way they're playing right now, because they see them probably every week and whatnot, and say, yeah, we can actually catch up to.
When is Odegaard back?
They said he's a couple of weeks away. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they said roughly run after the international break. Roughly.
Okay, but we'll see, because like I believe Odegaard is Arsenal's best player. Last week I was saying Saka's Arsenal's best player. I won't lie to you. Like, I was flipping and flopping because I came to like a realization that like he was having the big moments on his shoulders. Like if he didn't score or he didn't assist, nothing was coming from Arsenal. Do you get what I'm saying?
In regards to Saka.
In regards to Arsenal, yeah. So in regards to Saka.
Yeah.
So I was like you're their best player, but I just realized like to some degree like when the ball is in Odegaard's feet or in Odegaard's hands, like he controls whatever's happening. Like with this Arsenal setup that they're playing right now, they're relying so much on like let's be defensively sound and let's hit them with a sucker punch or a moment of brilliance. But with Odegaard, he controls it so much that they can have multiple moments of brilliance.
But then the question is, we've seen Saka still manage to do things without Odegaard. Do you think Odegaard can still do things without Saka? I don't think he could.
That's a big shout. I do like that shout.
Like producer ever said, man, just Arsenal like Netflix. Wait until next season, man. Wait until next season. Because every year it's that, man, with them. Like,
I do like that shout. I've never thought about that question. I actually haven't thought about that question.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Maybe they need each other equally as much as
they probably do.
Yeah, they probably do.
That's a big shout.
So.
But then, two players, is that enough for them to go ahead and win a Prem? I don't think so.
But they got a super solid defense.
Yeah,
and they've got like a good midfield. It's just the fact that their main creative hub isn't around.
They had no excuses yesterday. The defense was fine yesterday.
They had
no excuse. But this is what we're saying. We're not even talking about how well Newcastle played.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, go on if you want to talk about.
I was gonna say I think the original recipes are coming back, man. Right wingers, right-footed wingers playing on the right again, man. Anthony Gordon, that lovely whip ball into Isak, man. Ugh. We're getting our recipes. We're getting our recipes back. Sorry.
Honestly, Isak, he's got 3 goals in 3 games. He started off the season a bit. I think he was injured at the beginning of the season. I'm not too sure, but like he's a player. Like there's a reason he got as many goals as he got last season. Like even with his feet and that header, the placement.
Andy Carroll back about 15 years ago playing for Newcastle, man.
I respect. I like Newcastle. I think everyone will like Newcastle. That's a neutral as well. But I even say I'll hold my hands up as well. Last few weeks ago, I was saying I'm not too sure about Newcastle because the movement that they were going towards about having the big influx of money, then going forward, and like it's going to be the new Man City and whatnot. But since FP have come, like it doesn't look like that will probably happen anytime soon. And they've stepped up, man. They've like their players, them Eddie Howe, like they've generally like gone from that instead. Like we're still gonna like do what we can do. And that's the Newcastle from 2 seasons ago, because they were just like full throttle football. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And
and when they faced PSG, they looked good that day.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Newcastle this season again.
Yeah, man. I feel like, but I don't know if they can hold on to some of their players, because I feel like
Isak's not refusing to sign a new deal.
Yeah, he's kind of he's like, do I stay? Do I go?
Bruno Guimaraes has been linked with a few clubs as well.
He played good yesterday. As well. They got a couple of players on like basically teasing that halfway at the door, and I'm sure maybe Arsenal might have to bulk up their squad. City might bulk up their squad. United, dare I say it, might put some money behind them. You know what I'm saying, man?
They're fullbacks as well. They're young fullbacks. They're looking like they could get a big move.
Yeah.
Good little pairing for sure.
But it's mad. Like Chelsea had both of these young fullbacks, sold them, and Chelsea still got decent fullbacks now.
You got your boy in it, Rich James.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But like, that it's mad. Like, how do they keep producing these players? Like
Cobham, man, Cobham.
It's mental.
Cobham.
But I think we're gonna move on to Man City now, because City dropped points as well. And like, I honestly thought City dropping points would give Arsenal life. That's the honest truth. I thought, oh my gosh, like you caught life today. And at the time, Liverpool were losing 1-0 to Brighton.
Yeah, it was weird, man. It was a weird.
Thinking,
and they knew Arsenal lost
Saturday
as well, like just a few hours ago.
Yeah.
It was a weird Saturday afternoon yesterday.
It was,
weird.
I was thinking, wow, you guys might have actually caught life. Like your loss might not mean anything.
It hurt you, Joey. I know, because City's like your second team in England.
I don't have no second team. So.
You're Spurs.
You must mistake me for Jeff because like, I have like 4 or 5 teams that I support.
That's too funny.
I'm not a City fan.
Was you not upset?
When?
I know low key you probably wanted City to win though.
When?
Yesterday, because of Arsenal's loss.
Yeah. I mean, for my Aka, yeah, for sure. But other than that, nah, man. I just want to focus on Spurs climbing the table right now, broski.
Okay. It wasn't that last season when City beat Arsenal Spurs, right?
Oh, but that makes sense.
Okay,
though.
fair enough.
That makes sense, right? That makes sense.
Different,
That makes sense, though.
different
Right?
scenario.
Different scenario. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I was gonna say Bournemouth though. Big result. Bournemouth, you can't like Bournemouth
They
at home.
They brought the game to City yesterday.
They really
proper.
played like.
Yeah.
Like Bournemouth have taken 3 points from Villa, Arsenal, and Man City all at home. Like big, they're affecting the title race. Like that's mad.
What's that stadium called? Dean Court. That's a stadium called Dean Court's becoming a little bit of a fortress under Iraola, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's not too bad. Like they're playing good football, they're winning games. I don't know, Man City. I can't lie to you. Haaland was quiet. Yes, he was quiet. He was so quiet. Like wasn't a threat.
He missed a big chance at the end as well.
With the header
That
in
too as well. Like
CFC is like their players sort of like slowed down in the past few games.
maybe if they had a
They've got key players missing.
if they had a
Yeah,
certain
they do,
Ballon
yeah,
d'Or
they do,
winner in
yeah.
their side, maybe things would be a bit different. But unfortunately, he has his ACL tear. But some people don't think he deserved the
Has
Ballon
everyone
d'Or.
been noticing Pep's been dropping little like indirects in his interviews as well? Like maybe talking about KDB, talking about Jack Grealish. I don't know. There's a little something beneath the surface that we're not aware of. But like,
Yeah.
obviously KDB's coming back from a little bit of an injury or something.
Yeah.
Like that. But why is he not playing?
Because he was on the bench, wasn't he?
He was on the bench and they're like, why is he not playing? People.
There is a bit of turmoil in the City camp that we don't know about.
I think Pep is just like that. It's like a bit of
That goes for a period, like through a certain period.
yeah, he does. He does.
Like,
that
he has like little bipolar moments, innit? Yeah.
He's a bit of a dictator, like, and the thing is that you can't get around it because it's Pep.
It's
at the end of
Pep,
the day,
yeah.
right?
He's the best manager. He's the best, not the best manager ever. Let's not go into that. But like,
But I was confused there because the team that they basically started with against us in midweek was still pretty much the same team that played
Minus
yesterday
Haaland.
as well. Yeah, bar Haaland. Yeah, and it was like Mateus Nunes shouldn't be starting for me.
but Mateus
Like,
Nunes has been decent. Like
He's been okay, yeah, but why is Savinho on the bench? Why is Doku on the bench? Like,
He brings them on too late. That's what it is
I'm
as
like,
well, yeah.
Savinho has to be in the
starting 11.
starting 11.
100%.
Yeah, so I was like Pep, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think Pep's just having his fun. I feel like he's always been like a victim of his own like
Success.
that he thinks that they can get away with stuff like that. And I remember like in midweek when Spurs played Man City and Haaland and a couple guys were just laughing
On the bench
like,
laughing.
at half time.
Uh-huh.
Maybe Pep just believes in his players. Like, you buy these players and you use them, you see them in training every day. There's a reason that they're in your squad because Pep moves players on, gives them a season or two and a half, and he moves them on. And he believes in these players. He gave them a chance to play football yesterday, but unfortunately they didn't get a result from it.
Yeah,
Do you not feel like they what's what I'm looking for? They didn't show Bournemouth enough respect, do you reckon?
yeah, they didn't.
As well?
They didn't.
Yeah,
show them
they
much
didn't.
respect. I think they just went there thinking like, We're City going to pop it about and just roll them and get like 2-3 goals in like a few minutes, and that's it. And then we'll just coast just coast like they usually do. But respect Bournemouth, man. They gave them a good. And the thing is, like, they didn't just like do the usual way when big teams come and visit a smaller team. They could have won like 3-4-0 up.
Yeah, they didn't score one, sit back and then wait, but they actually took the game to them throughout the whole game.
Antoine Semenyo.
Hey, he's a serious baller. Physical, left foot, right foot. For a big guy, you should not be able to move like that,
He's
bro.
got ability. He's got real ability. He's got real
A
ability.
lot of Arsenal fans are saying that's who they want to come and be a backup to Bakayo or play on the left hand side.
Semenyo. I'm hearing a lot of Semenyo Liverpool rumours as well. I can't lie. I mean,
They're already playing Liverpool. If Salah goes,
if Salah goes, it might be him or Mbemo, allegedly.
ooh,
Allegedly.
not a bad shout.
Allegedly.
It'd be hard to replace Salah, isn't it? But yeah,
Someone's got to do it. But someone
someone will have
remember
to.
when Liverpool bought Mane?
He's there, isn't it? Still, right?
Yeah.
But he's just too injury
He's
prone.
not gonna play football. That guy's not gonna play football. He's
Chiesa.
he's made of tissue paper.
Damn.
He's made of tissue paper.
Evan
Evan
Nilsson.
Nelson as well. Go on.
Yeah,
he's
he's shown his quality.
Where did they get him from?
Porter.
Porto.
I can't believe he actually left. With all due respect to Bournemouth, I can't believe he actually left Porto to sign for Bournemouth.
It's the Super Premier League, bro.
So I know.
Money.
Yeah.
But he looks all right. He puts the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
a
the
good player. He's a
ball
good
back,
player. I feel he's a handful. He's physical, man. He can move. But no, Bournemouth surprised me. But Iraola,
The manager, yeah.
yeah, can't lie. If certain clubs don't back up their ideas and someone goes at the door, I'm not going to say any clubs' names because I don't want to do that today. But Iraola might.
You won today, so you don't want to. Yeah, you don't.
I didn't say it, innit? I didn't say it, and don't
The
quote me.
agenda's not
But
on the to-do list today, is it?
nah, no agendas today. Straight football, man.
All right, fair enough.
But I'm not even talking about, but I'm saying just other clubs in general.
Yeah,
Innit?
it's a
Could
little
it?
I don't think it was going to get ahead of themselves after these last two City results, because City, we know what they.
Yeah, what were we saying for City in the title race? Like at
Yeah.
this point, losing.
It doesn't,
It
doesn't, for me personally, sorry to cut you off, it doesn't change.
Yeah, that's
anything.
fine.
It doesn't change anything.
Plus,
That's-
like we said, like we know, KDB's back.
yeah.
So
And then
he's
they
gonna
they was unbeaten until yesterday as well. So
Oh, yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean. It doesn't change anything. I think as we always say every year when it comes to some
Yeah.
period of time, January kicks in.
no, but
City
let's
go
see.
on,
Let's
yeah.
like you said, Rodri missing. So let's see how it plays out with as it gets harder in December fixtures when there's like game after game after game.
I reckon they go out and get someone in
January.
January though.
Mm.
I've been hearing Adam Wharton. I've been hearing Zubomendi. I've been not hearing, seeing, but I don't think those two players are the
The answer in it.
Yeah, I
But,
think.
but they're not going to get a big player, like a big name player, though, because they're not going to. A club not going to let them go, or like something like
Someone
that.
someone that can just fill in basically.
Do you reckon Enzo could fit that role?
Oh my goodness.
Because I know you got stocks on
You
him.
see
probably.
with Enzo, do you know the problem with Enzo is, we're going to talk about Chelsea Man United, but his passing is off, and that's his best thing.
That's attribute.
It's it's very odd. I don't know if it's the pace of the Premier League, but
But
like,
you think Pep will like
be able to get him up to
going?
speed. Maybe we'll never know. Well, we'll never know unless it happens, innit? But I am disappointed at Enzo, innit? But that's a conversation for a later period in the show, innit? So what? Basically, we're not worried about City.
No.
We think that they're going to come back
Yes.
at some point, being extremely strong. Even though they have Haaland with 11 goals, they're still second. But Liverpool are leading the title race, and that's what we're moving on to next.
I mean, didn't I, gentlemen, from the beginning of the season, didn't I call this? Didn't I say I think Liverpool are going to be in the title race this year?
You did,
Yeah,
you did.
I did call this.
You did.
I did, and everyone was like, "Oh no, it's Arnie Slot. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's his
Yeah.
first season here." But you can see, remember, they haven't spent no money, so he's been dealing with
They haven't spent no money.
This is my point. So he's dealing with what he has at his disposal, and he's doing a magnificent job.
Very good job.
Obviously, we can't.
It was only Chiesa they got, right?
Yeah,
That was it, right?
that's
Yeah.
literally it.
That's the signing they made.
But Salah still continues to pull out the bag, man. Obviously, they went 1-0 down. Obviously, to Brett. Obviously,
Yeah.
but overall, man, I think Liverpool, they look very good, man.
They
Very,
looked
very good.
Do you know what's so mad? Yeah, like going 1-0 down, their heads don't drop. They still believe in themselves. Like
Yeah.
that shows that the man. Obviously, they've got the players at the core. They still got Trent, VVD, Salah, but then he's also got players doing other players that we didn't think were good last season, like Gavin Burt, doing other roles, and they're just doing their thing. Bruv, Cody Gakpo, yeah, I will be the first to say, man has not given that guy ratings.
Neither
When I
have
saw
I.
him start, and I said, cool, you played well in the Carabao Cup. He scored some good finishes in the Carabao Cup, yeah.
He did.
But I'm thinking now Luis Diaz has got to come on the pit. Bro, Cody Gakpo gets a goal. He played well as well.
Yeah, he did.
He actually played well. Like he looked like a dangerous left winger for the whole game. And it's like, how are you getting these out of these players? Like, is it just him being a top manager? Like,
Yeah.
well, obviously it is, but
I say it's definitely down to coaching. Definitely
Yeah, it's
down to
coaching.
Yeah.
the thing is, yeah, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. I don't want anyone to get ahead of ourselves to the point where we're like, oh yeah, like Liverpool are gonna win the league. I'm sure none of us here believe that like it's all said and done with Liverpool being first. Like there'll come a point where even if they're first at Christmas, City are gonna put them under pressure, and we'll see if Slot is battle tested. Basically,
Well, maybe Slot isn't battle tested, but those players they are.
that's the thing.
The players are some of them are Premier League winners. Some of them are
Yeah.
Champions League winners.
Their core, yeah.
Champions League finalists.
got World Cup.
They went all the way. They got 100 points, even though they didn't win a Prem, but they went all that way to take them there. So some of them players they know how to win it. Like it's like you're right. Slot probably isn't yet. Some will say he's not ready, but you never know. We've seen managers come here and in England and have like a first season and win a Prem
Yeah.
with worse teams. So I don't see why they can't do it.
No, but those managers didn't face Pep Guardiola.
Nah,
Conte faced Pep Guardiola.
Yeah. It's first season, no?
Conte-
Yeah, that was both of their first season. Now Conte was playing one game a week.
Yeah.
1 game a week. Conte is a dangerous man.
Dangerous man.
Look what
Very
he's doing
dangerous
with
man.
thing.
With
But then you got to
Napoli.
think about Liverpool have got the way they're looking right now. All their players are like fit.
Yeah.
Most of the players. Obviously, Konate got injured yesterday, but they're just, if they can keep them all fit, all of them, and the season goes on. Like, what I like about Slot though, he's rotating the attack as
That's
well.
what I was going to say.
Yeah.
They got a heavy rotation. up
Yeah,
front.
he's got a good way
I was
of
gonna say
changing it, taking Trent off at times. Robertson coming in and out with
that.
Tsimikas. Their midfield swapping around as well. Endo coming in and slotting in perfectly. Like they've got a good system flowing.
Do you know who I'm giving ratings to? Yeah, because I don't usually like. I've discredited this player at times, and not thinking that he's up to par. Curtis Jones, yeah, bro. I don't understand. Like
He's growing into his
he's
role.
growing into like he's physical. He's good with his feet. He played very well. Yes, I was so impressed. I was like, what was it? The Arsenal game where
Arsenal
he
game,
played, bro?
he was
I didn't
superb
watch
as
that
well.
game properly. Yeah, I didn't take it in properly. But when I watched this game, I said, if this is how you played against Arsenal, yo, you're balling. Like you're actually like you deserve that top. You deserve to be in the side week in week out
Yeah.
if you continue at that level. So the manager, he very much knows what he's doing. Like obviously, I keep having everything is with a pinch of salt with Liverpool. Like I kind of have to like half step with them because I just know how the Premier League is. Because next season they could be trash, not trash, but they could not live up to the standard I live up to. And also, by flipping April, we could be saying Liverpool are fighting for top 4. That's the honest truth. The Premier League is so weird and so volatile.
No,
Even
I mean, not to go back to Arsenal, but look, Arsenal, they've dropped points in the last couple of games, and look, they're kind of somewhat in the top 4 race now because Spurs are only 2 points behind them.
Yeah.
Forest are third.
Villa's still around.
Villa's still lurking around. Chelsea are lingering around. Like it's still very tight. But
Yeah.
to stay on topic, sorry, I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, Klopp's team last season, like you said, like we thought they were going to win the Prem at one point. I think some of us, like not us per se, but there was people saying because they were
It was in
on
the air.
It was in the
Like
air,
quadruple,
until they fell apart.
a treble and stuff like that, and because of Klopp last season. But then you see how like they sort of fell off as well, like you said, like as April came, then they started going a bit. They lost a couple key players, so.
But you have to understand, the Champions League will, especially with this Champions League format, there's more football. This is another thing. Like, there's just too many factors to determine where Liverpool finish. If this was one game a week,
that's the thing. Slot's changed them around though. That's the good thing he's doing though.
I remember
in and out of the Champions League.
Alisson's out as well, and Keller has played. And he hasn't missed a step.
That keeper.
He hasn't missed a step.
I don't understand.
He's the best number 2 in the league.
He's a number 1 keeper.
He's a number 1 keeper. He's the best number 2 in the league. Yeah.
And the thing is, he don't get rusty because he's getting a lot of bench time. When Alisson's playing game in, game out, he's getting Carabao Cup, FA Cup, like he don't make direct errors to goal. He's good with his feet. I think he's only like 25.
He's young. I think he might even be younger than that, no?
It's like he's not older than 25.
No older than 25.
So he could definitely like take over if they decide to move on from Alisson, even though Alisson is still very good. Or he can make a move himself, but every time people try to move for him, he's happy where he is.
Yeah,
so I can't.
but that's the thing. The thing with keepers, like they tend to get better as they get older.
Yeah.
And Alisson, I wouldn't say he's not really old yet for a keeper, unless he moves from Liverpool. It's hard for Keller, I think, to even get in though, because like, is he actually going to overtake Alisson? Alisson get bent, and they're going to get bench Alisson.
You never know. Some managers are funny, They can see him and just be like, "Nah, I think you're better."
Yeah, but Alisson's already proven though. And you see what you get with Alisson. Alisson's probably the best goalkeeper in the world, like when he's fit.
Even though Martinez won that award, for me, Alisson's the best keeper in the world. Even though he won the award, I will still pick Alisson over Martinez. I was thinking about this earlier in my house. Like I was thinking,
would you say that about Ballon d'Or winners or just?
No, the Ballon d'Or winner was rightfully given to the rightful person this year, in my personal opinion. But other opinions do differ. Production.
That could be for later, isn't it?
But bruv, I just rate Liverpool. I rate Liverpool, man. As hard as it say as a Man United fan, I rate them because like there's just not really a drop off. They've only had one drop off, which was a season and a half ago, and now they're just kind of back with a new manager. Like, how can Man United haven't been back in almost a decade with 10 different managers, and they're back with after having such a somewhat successful, even though they only won couple made.
But Liverpool do have.
Liverpool got. I mean, he got left with a very good squad.
Yeah, it's a very good team.
Alex Ferguson left. David Moyes with Deadwood.
True, that is true.
And old
but
wait, can you?
But you still have to coach the players.
Yeah, but
you still have to have a game plan and still have strategy.
But how can a team that just won the league be be deadwood within 3 months.
Everyone knows. Yeah.
No, I know what you're saying.
It was a miracle.
No,
I know what you're saying.
hold on. Do you know why? Do you know why I don't like that point? Yeah, because they kind of been left in the same shoes because you still had world class Rooney there. You still had Robert van Persie. You still had players that you could make things happen.
Yeah,
But,
Shinji Kagawa.
yeah, did they have Rio Ferdinand in the side?
Yeah. Rio was.
He was towards the end of his tenure, but experienced centre backs. He had experienced players who knew how to win. Around when you cultivate those players and make it happen.
He had a strong core. He still had a strong core.
He had a strong core. That's what we're talking about. We're
agree.
giving Liverpool the credit because they have a strong core.
Yeah.
Why couldn't at the time David Moyes do what thing? It just shows Moyes' level.
The thing is like to say replace what Klopp done in his last season. What did he come fifth or something? No, sorry, fourth.
Fourth, yeah. He came fourth.
Compared to Fergie winning the Prem, like there's two different things.
I agree. Yeah,
Yeah, but we had a drastic drop off. It was like our worst finish in like
And you got
however many years.
Yeah, and then Fergie's just a one of a kind. Like he was there for like what decades.
Is we're not. I think what we're trying to do with
20
what
plus
production's
years.
brought is like compare Ferguson to Klopp or compare. I feel like we need to just talk about the level of like how big the drop off was, and there's been no drop off for Liverpool, and there was a drastic drop off from what David Moyes ended up leaving Man United in the standings with.
Do you know what I think as well? I think modern day football caught up to those players a lot. I think a lot of these Liverpool players.
No, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair.
I think so.
At the time, there was a lot of changes within United.
There was as well.
Not just Alex
You got
Ferguson,
think-
but even the back room.
David Gill was gone. He left as well.
I think the only person that stayed was bloody the receptionist.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
And the Glazers, bro.
Yeah.
Not even- Let's not even get into that. But, bro, the title race is looking odd. I think it looks odd. I don't know how to perceive it right now because for me, I'm just used to like banking on City to come back. But
I think that's what we're waiting for. We're just waiting for the ball to
That's
drop
what
on
I'm
City.
saying.
That's what it is. And
I'm
then
just
it's
waiting for City to come back.
This is where I've been consistent with my view, yeah, because I've said from the beginning that I think it's going to be a 3-horse race, but obviously I've changed my stance now because Arsenal have fallen somewhat quite far behind considering. But I always said I still think it's going to be quite open, and everyone was like, "Oh, the Prem turned into a Farmers League," and I said, "Nah, this year I think it'll be a bit more of an open free for all."
Yeah, we'll see. I'll have to wait and see what happens, bro. Because like I said, just waiting for City to drop the ball, maybe. And if it doesn't, then it'll be interesting, man.
It'll be very interesting. Honestly, I still think City will win the league. As like we're putting out early feelers.
That's a safe bet, isn't it?
Like it's a
Yeah.
safe bet.
The safest, yeah.
It like maybe they buy someone in January. Maybe KDB turns up. Obviously, they don't have Rodri, who's just a terrific, amazing footballer, who's an anchor in that side. But up until the other day, like,
the Rodri glazing's crazy.
up until the other day, you get what I'm saying? They was undefeated. So, and they still got a goal machine up top. They've got a goal machine. They've got someone who can bag them 30 goals a season, almost guaranteed, and that is alien. That's alien, and that's something no team has. Not Salah maybe, but Salah's he can get you 30 goals and assists, but out and out goals, it's not the same thing. Do you get me? So, what about you, man? Who do you think's got like? I know it's early.
Fair, man. Like, it's Pep the sleeve.
They always say,
Someone else win, man.
do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying early feelers, like nothing set in stone, just like a little thing, like.
Do you know, I spoke to an Arsenal fan the other day as well, and I know a few Arsenal, Carlos from the show as well, like he was saying like how any team can be as good as they want, but as long as Pep's there, it's almost impossible. And then someone else said to me, I was thinking, it's not you're only Arsenal fan, but like it might be true.
Yeah.
It might be just the fact that Pep's just like, we may look at them right this today and think that they lost the last 2 games and whatnot, but then it's Pep, man. It's Pep with this like fake City side, fake striker, the ball they have.
Do you know what though, yeah? I'm not going to open a can of worms, but I just want to ask the question. Do we genuinely think Pep can do what he does with like a mid-level football club?
Do you know, I was thinking this the other day. I was thinking this as well. I was thinking like, I would love to see Pep go like Spurs.
Oh,
No.
That would be box office because I'd love to see what happened. I'd love to see what would happen.
I'll be, as a football fan, stepping away from my bias
of
from my
course,
team.
of course.
I'd be very curious.
Yeah,
to
everyone
see
think I
what
think
he
everyone
can
would be
do.
intrigued to see.
It's not
what
like
that would be
Spurs. Spurs are not a bad team. Spurs are a good team, right? They're a good team. They can play ball, right? But there's certain lines that you haven't crossed yet in football, which everyone knows. So it's like if Pep can do that with a team like Spurs, That's why I'm
That's
like,
when that's when I would openly say Pep is the greatest.
Yeah, and then if he does that, I would actually sit I'll sit here and say, do you know what, Pep might be the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I'll hold my hands up. I would even say Ben
Referring to
Fergie.
your questions, I think he'll take Pep 2 seasons. That
To win with Spurs.
like to win with Spurs or you
mid-level club, yeah.
Because has he got money? What does he have?
But this is the
It's the
permutations.
resources
This
as
is the
well.
permutations.
But
Like,
what I'll say
I want to
is-
see Pep without money.
He will
Or
be
without the best
able
players.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get some type of
Tune out.
yeah, exactly. They'll play his football, and he's not afraid to pick from the academy. So he would then find someone from here and there, and there will be a top 4 side by the end of the first season or the second season.
But this is my point. Will he win?
Will he win? What is win though? Win the Premier League or win a cup?
Win it.
Win a trophy? Oh yes. Okay, win a trophy.
Yeah, win a
yes.
trophy, yeah.
Win a trophy. Yes. If we're talking win a trophy, yes. We say win the league. I'll say 2 to 3 seasons. Win a trophy. Yes. Win the league. Because if he is Pep as Pep is, players will want to play with him irrespective of where he goes.
So he'll still be
attractive.
He'll still be this. Even bear in mind, he'll leave City, but that City side will still be there. So that City side.
Making it interesting. I like that.
This is like
Making
football manager,
it,
innit?
making it
So-
interesting.
You're thinking like, oh yeah, he's gonna go there, but then City just don't exist anymore. But they'll still be there.
Yeah,
City.
yeah,
But
yeah.
players
like
want to
it.
play
Being a
for
good
Pep
manager.
Guardiola. They say this is the best. This is one of the best managers of all time. The best manager of his generation. People will still be attracted to go and play for and with him.
What players are taking?
But if we did,
What you need to understand is
There's a couple that say
the
otherwise.
City money and the Bournemouth.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I say,
Although they want to play with Pep, that money is not the same.
it's the money. That's another thing. But it's like
That's what I'm trying to say. This is why I posed the question.
I
it's
think
an
it's a lot of
interesting
factors.
one,
It's a
man.
good question. It's a good question.
I've seen Fergie rebuild teams over 26 years.
Yeah,
man.
that's the thing.
Like,
We have, yeah.
You know what I mean? I've seen Jose take. You know what I mean? I've seen Wenger pull stuff out of the bag with French players that no one knew existed. Like, you know,
I'm gonna say yes. He'll win a trophy. He'll definitely 100%. If he puts his like all into like a Carabao Cup or FA Cup, he'll win a trophy. Winning the league,
He'll win a
he
Europa
will not
League, for
win
example, for
it
you.
in like first season.
He'll win a Europa League.
So,
for you.
Yeah.
Take Pep out of City, put him at Wolves or Southampton.
Oh, Wolves, yeah. Wolves, yeah. Southampton, I don't know, but Wolves, yeah.
what will he do with Wolves though?
I feel like Wolves always have like good ballers like who are good on the ball who can fulfill his philosophy. And then if you get him a nice 9, if I don't even need a 9 like a person who can bag 30 a season, he play a false 9 because Mateus Cunha, he can play with his back to goal, play a ball with behind. I'm saying I believe with Wolves he can do it. Because look at us Nuno right now. He with Forest.
Yeah,
like,
but this is the thing, and as someone Nuno has managed my football club, like it's all well and rosy for a very short period of time.
yes.
And then it starts unraveling. So,
No, but I think Pep is too much of a genius. This is the thing. I'm not to glaze. I'm not being a glazer. But Pep is too much of a genius. He makes football. He will open up the human mind to a new perception of football, and will say, "But this has already been done. But the way he's doing it is so different." And
yeah, but that's when you have the best at your disposal.
Hey, bro.
Nah, man. I think it's
You
beyond
glazed
that.
him hard right there. I can't lie, man.
Yeah, I think when you have the best players at your disposal and you have unlimited funds, I'm sure we could all go and do a
Bro,
half decent job.
listen, when Pep Guardiola took over Barcelona, the Barcelona team wasn't shining the way they were shining. at the time.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
They
They
weren't shining the way they're shining.
Nah,
They didn't-
there was many a world class players still in that team.
There was, but
Man even got rid of
Ronaldinho.
he got rid of. He's saying he made a gamble.
No, he took a big gamble with Ronaldinho. I respect it, but overall,
He
we can't.
got rid of a few players. Wouldn't just
Got Deco as well.
He got rid of Deco. I remember.
He brought in Busquets. You know what I'm saying? He made game change. He made
No, he did. We can't.
revolutionary decisions.
He did make revolutionary decisions. However, he still had a massively
you know what I'm
strong
saying? This is
core
the
of
last I'm
world
gonna
class
say on
players.
Pep Guardiola. Yeah, I remember he's the Sheffield manager. The Sheffield manager, I think his name's, I can't remember his name. The one that
Wilder.
came. I think it's Chris Wilder. He said that Pep knows more about football than everybody. He knows ballers from League 2 all the way up into the Premier League. Because Pep sits down and drinks wine with him after he comes to Sheffield and that. And I have a mate who's a Sheffield
Maybe
fan.
there's other managers that might know that as well.
Yeah, I
Of course.
can't lie, bro. I know
No,
players
but-
from the Sheffield Premier
Like
to
You don't know
League
more
Two.
than Pep. None of
I
us
didn't
know
say I
more
did,
than
but I
Pep.
didn't say I did, but like, it's not. That's not.
Hey, if you wanted to, we could.
We could know every player.
Yeah.
from-
What I'm saying
I
is
know
that Pep,
them.
I know
Pep,
a lot.
Pep
but-
knows ball differently. That's all I'm gonna say in it. So I bank on Pep winning something, Gary. In it.
That Pep topic can go for years because like
Yeah.
That's a good
he
topic.
revolutionized football in general, though.
Exactly.
Modern football as well. Like,
Yeah.
bear in mind like, what he won, but he revolutionized. Everyone tries to be Pep now.
Everybody tries to do tiki taka. Everybody tries to play.
Everyone's his disciples. Ten Hag, Maresca.
Why are Arsenal playing four centre backs?
Wait, because this is the thing. Ten Hag isn't a disciple of
Yeah,
Pep.
that's in the
Maybe not
Arteta is
No,
not
no.
a disciple of Pep. And I don't care what anybody says.
Okay,
They,
definitely-
no, they're
No,
not.
but
I feel,
No, but like- like they-
wait,
they built on his wing. They built on
we
his
have to move on. This is a very good discussion. This is a
It's a great
discussion for another
discussion. It's a
day,
great discussion.
but it's a very
Can't
good discussion.
International
Thank-
break.
International
International break.
break.
International break, we'll bring that back.
International
Yeah, but you lot, Tottenham, the Hotspurs. You man were really the Hotspurs.
You were, innit?
Yeah,
You were. I can't lie. Do you know
the
what?
second
though?
half Hotspurs to put
Second half.
Hotspurs.
Remember, I've been saying it from last month. I've been on a roll. From not last month, from last season.
You said last
second
season,
half,
yeah.
Second half FC.
I called you that as well last
Yeah. Second half FC,
Second
man.
half FC.
But speaking of the game today, overall, man, I think the first half we didn't look good. We couldn't break Villa down. Emery set them up very well in the first half. Literally, we passing the ball from side to side, couldn't find any avenues to get through them. The Villa goal, again, set
Vicario
pieces, Vicario. Like, with that, yeah, even before the ball come in and he was setting up, I was standing there and I was actually shouting to the geezer, well, not shouting, but me and the geezer that sits next to me were talking. And I'm like, Morgan Rogers just standing right there on Vicario. No one's picked him up. He's actually just standing there by himself. Someone needs to do something about that ASAP. To be fair to Brendan Johnson, he had his own man, so he couldn't go and leave his man to go onto Morgan Rogers.
Yeah.
But Morgan Rogers literally just stood next to Vicario like a scarecrow and didn't move and looked around and was like, oh wow, I can't believe how much space I'm in. And lo and behold,
He scored.
Yeah.
And then from there, Villa adopted some crazy dark arts. Crazy dark arts. Like, I think it's worse than Arsenal's dark arts because any little opportunity they got were going down, injured. I'm sure you lot saw on TV. It was
talking about earlier about Onana, how he got hit in
his face.
Yeah,
He's went faltered for he's 6'4". Like, what are you doing on the floor falling like a little
But you guys were going for some challenges though. Romero
and Bentancur, yeah, but
Horror as well.
But that's what I mean. Villa were doing very well to try and break up the game and try and slow us down when we were trying to gain momentum, especially when we come out in the second half. I want to talk about wingers, man. Heung-min Son, obviously, he's losing his legs to a degree, but the quality still remains.
Quality was there.
Got the ball out of his left foot, whipped a crazy ball into the box, and, you know, Brendan Johnson, with his Brendan Johnson trademark, tapping from 5 yards, man. You know what I mean? From there, everything just snowballed, and we was all over them. Obviously, again, Villa were trying their best to kind of stifle us and interrupt our rhythm. But yeah, man, the quality just prevailed. And Dominic Solanke, I don't watch anime, but brother, yeah, man, you finally got your just deserves for your hard work today. Pape Sarr as well, outstanding today.
Yeah, he played good.
He was my man in the match. Solanke got man in the match, but for me, Pape Sarr was absolutely outstanding today. Box to box. Winning the ball back,
Kulusevski
driving forward. Kulusevski, you know,
very good.
Me personally, I've said it last week as well, but our midfield three has to be Bentancur, Sarr, and Kulusevski. For me personally, and Maddison for the foreseeable future does not get into my football team. My first 11, I should say, not my football team. But yeah, that has to be our main core. And yeah, I think you guys can touch on what you saw of the game. But
it was a game of two halves.
Yeah,
like where I looked at it, right, first half Villa were like here. You guys were like, hey, just didn't really show anything. And then like, I feel like I'll be the first as well to give Angie's like critiques. Critiques, when you guys play bad, because it's always like the one-dimensional football, right? Or like one-way football. But those changes he made at half-time changed that game, and fair play to him, because you guys were there, made Villa go down here, and you lot went all the way up here. Because boy, you lot tore them apart in that second half. I can't lie. So. Credit to Andrew, man. Where credit's due.
Sorry, I'll let you finish as well. Where he gets his heavily criticised, especially from me, he deserves his props, and today he deserves his props. But yeah, go on, DB. Sorry.
I was gonna say it's very bold. Andrew's very bold today because Son in the first like 10 minutes of the second half looked like the best player.
Yeah, exactly.
And obviously he's come back from injury. He's taken him off. He's brought in Richarlison, who ended up getting an assist. I was thinking like, why is he taking off Son? I get he's injured, but he's a world class. He's been a world-class player. Like, he's been a top player. He's got the physicality. He can ride out a little bit more of rough and tough. Like, and he's affecting the game heavily. But for him to do that and to be proactive, because you've always complained about his reactivity. It's the fact that you've gone and equaled up the game, and now you're gonna make some changes. And Richarlison ended up assisting. I was like, okay, Ange, you're gonna get your flowers today. And even bringing on Maddison later on to even score a free kick, like. And he said earlier on, apparently he said on the press conference that he expects Maddison to come on and affect the game, irrespective if he's starting or not, because he's meant to be a key player for you. Like he should be a key player off the bench or in the starting 11 regardless. 100%. And I wanted to touch on that, Kulusevski or Maddison to start. Like, in my head, I'm thinking like, I love Maddison. Like, I like the way he plays football. I think he's silky, good at shooting, creative player. But like, I just don't think it ticks the same when he's there. When Kulusevski's there, it ticks a little bit more.
Kulusevski is undroppable right now.
Yeah,
undroppable.
He's a force like going forward.
Yeah,
for you guys like on that side.
He's. I don't know what's gotten into him over the last like month or so. Production? Why are you laughing?
Production? Why are you laughing?
I remember his take last year.
Mine.
About Kulusevski. I remember as well.
What did I say? No, go on, what did I say?
that's probably when he was playing on the right though.
What did I say? Remind me what I said.
Oh, you said to get him out of the club.
No, I don't recall that.
Aye, I'm gonna pull it
Get
up.
the clip, please. But I don't recall saying get him out the club.
Get him out, but like on your day when he was playing dead, you was like, nah, like, why do we have this?
Because you know what it is? Do you know what it is? With him, he's in the past he's been very inconsistent. So he's been on them players that 1 minute he's hot, 1 minute he's super cold, and there was never no in between with him. However, over the last 2-3 months, he's just been absolutely superb.
I watched him when he was at Juve, and I really liked him.
Yeah, he said, yeah.
Tottenham, I was surprised he left Juve for Tottenham. And obviously,
Yeah.
how big the club is, but when he came and he wasn't producing the same level of football, I was like,
No, the first,
this is because
yeah.
in Italy,
his first season he was sick in his first season.
His first season was good.
First season
it
was
was
sick.
not. It was still hit and miss.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
as consistent as he was in Juve, innit? But yeah, now he's showing. He's letting people know, innit? Put respect to my name.
I like Solanke though. Solanke, he's starting to show his quality, man. Because I think we even said that he's a proper modern day striker, isn't he? Like he'll never go like was it with Chip that he don't
Chip
Chip, that finish
the first goal.
Oh, that was disgusting. But he can ball as well. Like he's got a great.
He can
technique.
do everything.
He can hold the ball
exactly.
Good in the air,
presses.
physicality. No, so Solanke is one of my favourite players in the Premier League. Like,
Ooh, that's a big statement.
I've said this I said this when I was at Bournemouth though.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't say it on the show, but honestly, like I've even at Bournemouth, I was like, why is no one talking about? Why I didn't understand why Arsenal fans weren't onto buying Solanke. That's what I was saying last season. I'm sure I said it here because I was like in my head, you guys need a striker who can play like with the midfielders and like turn and who's not afraid to shoot and is afraid to like he's like able to do everything. Do you know what it is? I don't want to call him a poor man's Benzema, but like he can do everything. He does what Benzema.
Hey, that's a compliment though.
No, it's a compliment.
That's a compliment.
The word poor man makes
I hear
it seem
it,
like a
yeah,
negative.
yeah.
But I'm saying like, brother, like Solanke's a proper footballer. His footballing game, he can play as a striker, not get a goal, and like still play. You know, even in games where he hasn't scored, have you been upset with his performance? You're upset with the fact he hasn't got output. Because at the end of the day, as a striker, you're measured by how many times you put the ball in the back of the net. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think as well, a lot of the reasons why he may not have scored as much goals as people expect him to so far is because of that he hasn't been really getting that much service. And I put that down to mainly obviously our wingers, but especially like creatively, we haven't been great over the last 4 to 6 weeks, really and truly. Obviously, we've got some big results along the way, don't get me wrong, but overall, creatively, we haven't done much for him. So
he's been creating for others.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think he's been starved a little bit, but no, today it came good for him today. So
no, he looked good today. I'm happy he got his goals. I'm actually quite as happy as I can be as a person who's not a Spurs fan, innit?
Fair play.
Yeah. You're gonna miss Mickey van der Ven for a few weeks.
Oof. Yeah, I think we can. Well, Galatasaray on further, that'd be a massive test.
Away.
Yeah, away. So that'd be a scary one. But overall, I think we got Ipswich on this following Sunday. We should be able to be okay without him. And to be fair, though, Dragusin done very well today. Defensively, he done very well today to come and fill in. So, I mean, hopefully Romero isn't out injured because obviously he came off today as well. But yeah, I don't want to.
Well, you guys got Dragusin from Bologna, right? Didn't you?
Yeah, Bologna. Yeah.
It's just mad because like.
Produce a lot of ballers still.
Yeah, that's it. Calafiori. It was that.
But then again, Calafiori's come from Roma first, didn't it? But
yeah, but he got his name
in Bologna.
I think because that Motta side, because he came the season before Motta got them into the Champions League. Like that season, they got into like he actually like made these lot look really good. And he was the centre back for them. Like he was their premier centre back. Then obviously as he left, Calafiori became their premier centre back. So I do think he will grow into being a Premier League player. He's not even 25. He's not. He's very young.
22. My only thing with him is
22.
Yeah, 22.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Young.
Yeah, my only thing with Dragusin so far is obviously he's still young, so he still has time to develop. But my only thing is he's great at defending, but on the ball is where I'm a bit like, he doesn't look very comfortable on the ball like that. I don't know whether it's because he's having to come on and play less side of centre back, or what, but
it does affect people when they are right-footed.
Yeah.
It's a bit awkward.
Yeah, but overall on the ball, I'm not too sold on him on the ball. But overall, no, defensively, super great, good player.
What I would say in Villa as well, just last thing, what I would say as well about Villa. So Villa did play into our hands bit that second half. They played really bad, man. They played it's like they run out of ideas as well. And it might be credit to Tottenham as well because of the way they played. But Villa lately, they've been, because since they started playing Champions League football, they look a bit.
But this is to be expected, because not to disrespect Unai Emery, but he just has a ceiling. And not to speak on it too early, because they could turn things around. But it's like, we know where you at. You play good football. You get the best out of certain players in certain positions. But it's like, can you maintain a standard that will keep these players? Because they might end up back in the Europa League. Like, I feel like it will be even better for them to like not do as well in the Champions League and end up in the Europa League. Because I feel like it will help their Premier League standing, and they're more likely to win the Europa League.
So I don't know if I hear where you're coming from, but I don't know if I agree, because on the grand scheme of things, they're doing very well in the Champions League.
They are.
And they're still in the top 6
They
of the
are.
Prem at the same time.
It's just what I've seen from like in Prem, maybe not Champions League, but in the Prem. Like, I feel like they rise for the occasion for Champions League.
I was going to say, I think a lot of people are focusing on how they played last season in the league
compared to
where they finished, and comparing it to now. But when you think about it, in the Champions League, their performances have not been.
They haven't.
Been literally, you go. It's almost like you're going to a team that's been playing in Champions League.
It's a fortress. It looks.
No,
Who did they face? And they gave them a hard time. It was a good team. I can't remember. Bayern.
They beat Bayern.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're
But what I would say is, bear in mind, it's the group stage. This is not crunch time.
There's no group stages no more, man. It's straight.
It's
A group stage.
It's a qualifying stage before
every
knockout.
game matters. Though.
Yeah,
It does.
It's not like before.
Goal difference.
Yeah, every game matters.
No, but Villa in a good spot. I think they're like top, aren't they?
They're first.
they're top.
That's what I'm
They got
saying.
maximum
I
points.
I think because everyone's used to obviously being able to bash Emery with the how he did with Arsenal. Still like, Emery hasn't got the chops in England, but I think Villa will be okay. Yeah, I think Villa. I think Villa will be okay. I think
They're relegation fodder.
But he did beat. But I'll be today. There was some asterisks on his strategy in the second half, and there was the subs he made. He brought off Morgan Rogers. I feel like even though it was still a kind of a defensive thing as to why you guys ended up scoring so many goals, I feel like Morgan Rogers was affecting the game quite a bit, like on both ends of the pitch. He was very physical, very good. So like when he brought him off, he said he wasn't injured.
Yeah,
he brought him off.
I've seen Villa play a few times. I'm not probably the expert to talk about Villa, but I think John Duran and Ollie Watkins at the same time just
doesn't work.
It doesn't go.
It didn't work.
Duran wants to be what Watkins wants to be. Watkins wants to be where he's always been, right?
Then
They
again,
clash.
Watkins never had a sniff today.
He didn't look up to score.
He had at one point where he let it come across his
left
body
foot.
and he hit his left foot.
Overall,
He wasn't much of a threat.
He's been a bit hit and miss this season.
Yeah, not.
That Holland goal, man, I remember.
See.
He gave us that though.
But yeah, Spurs win. Good to see Joey smiling, And
You got your jeans on today, eh? Nice.
Beat City.
Do you know what I mean?
Good time to be a Spurs fan.
It's been a good week, man.
Got a fresh trim.
All the ops lost this week, apart from obviously United drew, but Chelsea drew, but all the ops lost this week, man.
Perfect segue into the quote-unquote ops. 1-1. What was
Yeah, I can't lie.
I don't think it was the first half wasn't boring. It was like end to end. It was open,
It was a
but
tasty
like,
match in terms of like just physicality at one point, but
it lacked quality.
It lacked quality.
Even
That's
though
perfect. That's a perfect. Yeah.
It lacked quality.
Perfect way to put it.
It was very odd. Like
it was ping pong football. Like,
Yeah.
they're just bouncing around, bouncing off shins. You don't really.
there was a thing where like they was just trying to get forward as quick as possible. That they was trying to like. Do you know what it is? Yeah. This is the game where someone like Bruno Fernandes should shine because there was spaces in behind. I'm not gonna. Is this disrespectful?
No, it's not.
It's a Bruno game.
It's just the way you said it.
It's a Bruno game. Oh my gosh.
He played right, and that's that. But there you go. It was a Bruno game. It was a Bruno
Did
game.
you see?
yeah.
Oh, did you
That
see
flick.
at the end?
Yeah,
He
the
backed
flick.
it to Xerxes. You don't get those games when we play low block teams. Bruno ain't getting a sniff at that stuff. But because there was so much space in behind, and Chelsea gave the opportunity, do you get what I'm saying? It was a Bruno game to take it by the scruff of the neck, and then look what happens. He got his penalty.
He got
and
his
then
penalty,
and then
yeah.
he put something on the board, and and then you see the top red United fans saying, "Look at him, he's so important for us." Yeah, right, buddy. Yeah,
He should have scored. He should have scored the second one. Did you see it?
Which one?
When it came down, it
yeah.
was so perfect. Like it was literally gifted to him. Like it ricocheted off a few players and then boom, right here, penalty spot, boom, all the way.
Oh no, yes.
That one.
Was not his left foot though?
No, he's right. His favourite foot.
You see what I mean about man? There was another one as well where someone cut it back and he kicked off the pitch as well.
Alejandro Garnacho.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
He pissed me off as well.
I see him.
Hey, he pissed me off. Bro, that guy.
why is he not subbable?
He's frustrating, man. He's so frustrating to watch sometimes.
No. I can't lie to you. I'm not giving him a break.
Man.
I'll be honest to you. He's not ticking the boxes of a winger. That's why I'm not giving him a break. Because it's a thing where, like, you see how like guys want to get onto Doku. I'm gonna compare him to Doku in it, yeah. Even though they're not the same age. Doku's still doing what a winger needs to do. It's just that fact that when he gets into certain positions, you're like, that was a brain dead move. Garnacho, all he can do right now is get a goal every so often, like, and he looks super brain dead. Like, I'm confused as to how, like, why is it always Ahmad doesn't start and Rashford comes off? It's never Garnacho coming off. It's so confusing.
At the start of the season, Garnacho was on the bench.
Do you know what I'd say about Garnacho?
He's on the pitch now. I don't want him on the pitch now.
Garnacho's a weird one. Do you know why it's weird, right? Because
Hot and miss. Like,
he's very hot and miss. Like, and the thing is that even today, right? Yet he's like decision making at the end in the final third. It's
his decision making
poor.
is horrible.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, our new manager's coming in, Ruben Amorim. He needs to coach that into him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can, but he has to.
I think he can. You know,
he's still young, right? He can still learn some stuff. What he reminds me of, right? Let me land. He reminds me like a young Ronaldo went.
I don't know.
No, wait. But there's a difference. There's a difference.
a lot of bad shots.
No, but there's a difference, right? Ronaldo made the correct decision most of the time, right?
That's what I was gonna say. I don't.
8 times out of 10, he would make the correct decision. He was still young and make a few mistakes, fair enough. But and obviously became what he became, right? But Garnacho, 3 times out of 10, he will make a good decision. 7 times out of 10, he will make the bad one.
Okay.
And his bad ones will stick out really bad because it's like clear cut.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, I'm starting to.
That makes more sense.
What do you say?
Actually, no, that makes. Sorry,
Is that Martinelli?
That's better. That makes more sense. Nani makes more sense.
No, but Garnacho gets into the spaces.
I said Martinelli.
And that's a skill in itself to get to the right place and find that space, right? If you like, that's a skill in itself, right? But it's that final decision making that kills him.
That was like the Nani, innit?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Nani makes perfect sense.
It was that final thing.
yeah.
That final thing when you get to the final third is like, are you gonna score?
I've seen Nani do some crazy things.
That was the perfect
Garnacho's
one.
done some crazy things as
I
well.
think that's. I kind of give that as an insult to Nani because I can't lie to you. The way Garnacho's playing right now is making me sick, bro. I can't lie to you, bro. Like, he's not even able to create separation between him and his defender. Like, you know the ones there where like you get the ball, you stand them up, you go shim, you shimmy. He can't shimmy. He looks like he needs WD-40. It's mad to watch my man play right now, bro. Like, I'm being so honest. Like, and he's the only winger that doesn't get subbed week in, week out. Then he goes to Carabao Cup, he puts an all-timer on the Carabao Cup, and then he gets up starting the Prem. And then my boy Ahmad is there with his high top, sitting on the bench, collecting dust.
I feel bad for him, man.
I feel so bad for him
as well.
I thought
I'm trying to understand what actually happened.
he was playing
He
good,
was playing,
then he
and
stopped.
all of a sudden, he's on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't like he had a bad game.
But you know, that was the old manager's like way of doing things. Like you see a good player have a good game and then they'll get dropped.
Yeah, I don't get that.
It was always like that.
But then he'll play Anthony. You see what I'm saying?
I've got so much gripes with Ten Hag here because sorry to take the mick a bit, but Anthony, Xerxes.
Xerxes too early.
Xerxes too early.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Come
saying
on,
you've written him off already?
you man are Manchester United fans. You man have had amazing strikers for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
And you're gonna tell me
Lukaku, whatever you do. And then you see today when he came on.
Do you know what pissed me off?
man.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Wanna think what
Nah, man. No, United fans, you lot are in a very bad place if you lot are making excuses for him.
No, I don't think
he has a ability,
I don't think we're
man.
making
No.
excuses. Like he hasn't played good at all. Like you're right, but it's still early. And wait, hold on.
No, I think
You got to think about Xerxes coming into a team that's performing really bad already, right? So it's not like him coming in. We're not expecting him to come in. I don't think anyone was expecting him to come in and get what and change that team and change the way we attack. We already knew like the team was coming into. the manager, like, we are coming with that criticism and etc. I never normally expect him to come in and bang the way everyone was saying.
Blame his old manager, man, for saying he plays like Ronaldinho, man.
You mutter. You see, he said that was a bit far-fetched, but he gave him, I don't know where he came up with that one.
That's wild.
No, but wait, who is it again? I can't get it out of my brain. Every weekend when we talk about football, I can't get it out of my brain. Who would you say that's the defensive number 9 again?
Xerxes,
I don't know why the hell you said that. I don't know why you said that.
Bro, he's the defensive number 9, bro.
I don't know. But Xerxes will continue.
Someone said it last week. Someone said that someone is not a defensive number 9. Who was it though?
It's one of the pundits, not even on a pod. I actually heard it.
I heard it as well. Yeah, I heard it as well. I heard it.
A defensive number 9.
It's not a thing for me.
Let me give you.
It's not a thing for me.
Bro, let me give you an example.
You can be good at defending as a number 9, but you're not a defensive number 9.
Let me tell you, a good defensive number 9. A good defensive number is Kai Havertz. He's a good example as well. He's a defensive number 9.
Do you know what we call that?
Nah, he's a defensive number 9.
We call that utter woke nonsense. That is utter woke nonsense.
Hey,
and we do not stand for this.
Arsenal fans know.
Bro,
Oh man,
at the Benchview Sports Podcast, we do not start.
The best defensive number 9 of all time in modern day football was Firmino.
Bro,
what happened to the game I love? What happened to the game I love?
And he ticked with certain wingers.
Defensive striker,
What happened to the game I love?
He was the best at it. That's what I'm saying.
So he's not. The word defensive and number 9 are the opposite. They're just juxtaposing, and they shouldn't be in the same sentence. That's it.
They shouldn't. Thank you.
You can just be a good striker who can defend well. You know what I'm saying? Defend from the front. I hear that, but I'm not calling you defensive number 9. If you're defensive number 9, yeah, you're a midfielder. You're not a number 9.
Yeah.
You're not a striker. You're a midfielder, bro. I'm not employing you.
Go play in the 6, man.
Bro.
Go play in the 6.
Give it 4 or 5 more years. These number 9s will come through more and more and more and more.
Oh man,
Bro,
I think I'll be done with football.
Do you know why it's
okay.
disrespectful? Because there's players like Griezmann, yeah. Griezmann plays as a number 9 sometimes, yeah. He's good at defending.
He's a false 9. I think like he's definitely a false 9.
But when you need Griezmann to get goals, important goals, make things happen for you, he makes happen for you. And he defends well because he can just defend from the front. We're not going to call Griezmann a good defensive number 9. He's just a good defender who's a striker. I'm not calling you a defensive 9.
What happened to the game I love, man?
Okay, we'll say that. Well, yeah, that's all I got to say.
Can we touch on quickly Caceido?
Oh, bro.
Oh, yes.
Hey.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Go on.
Player?
What
Player.
can I say? Yeah.
Remember I said it?
Yeah, you did. You called it, to be fair. He's finally starting to show that 100 million price tag.
Bro, forget the price. It is, yeah. I feel like it's unfair that he had to be 100 million.
I know.
Because he's genuinely a good defensive midfielder. He knows how to break lines. He knows how to control the game. And today, he actually got a big moment with scoring a goal. But irrespective of that, his performance was good regardless. And he's been performing like that consistently since the beginning of the season. And, he's just good at his position. And unfortunately, he's been paired next to Enzo Fernandez for the majority of the season, where he is, I'll be honest, he just looks bad.
Yeah.
He can't pass. So when Caceido's breaking down play and giving it to the person who's meant to be more creative or play the long balls or sprint, it just doesn't come off. But then when he takes it upon himself, but if he gave Nicholas Jackson 2 assists, the same pass, breaking the lines. Remember the West Ham one and I think it was the Liverpool one or whatever. But one of them was against West Ham.
Yeah, I remember
and he scored a near post
one.
finish here, and he done the same against another team. And it's because Caceido is playing not out of his mind, but he's playing extremely well consistently.
Just a quick one. Based on your football knowledge and how you view football nowadays, he'll be the next Ballon d'Or winner, right?
Yeah. That's called gaslighting. That's mad. That's called gaslighting.
Hey,
that's
I
definitely
can't
called
lie.
gaslighting.
He is the best defensive midfielder in the league right now.
Him and Gavin Birch is a toss-up.
Wait.
On form.
Oh, okay.
He is better.
We're not saying definite.
You got to speak with context on.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in front of the camera. You have to say it in context because people.
Apologies.
If it was to make a form XI in the Premier League and I had to pick a DM, I would pick him. That's what. Yeah,
I
that's
don't know,
called gaslighting.
Over Gravenberch so far.
That's what I'm saying. I put it's a toss-up, but I would pick him. I'll pick him. But Gravenberch is silky. I think Gravenberch is silkier on the ball.
Yeah.
But I think my Caceido's breaking down of playing the defensive end is better. So it's a toss-up.
Fair play.
What do I want? And I think Caceido can go forward quite well.
No, his goal today as well. His goal today.
Great volley.
Bro, when I saw it go down and slap it, I said, "Wow."
No, do you know what? I actually genuinely thought like this guy. I was actually happy that I was going to Caceido, and I can really see him lining up that shot. I'm like, all right, it's going over, whatever.
Oh, you thought it was gonna score?
Yeah.
No, I don't think anyone would have thought. I don't think even like the Chelsea players, the way he hit that was clean.
And we can't even blame Onana We can't blame him on
that was
we
a good
can't say
goal.
it's bad
It was a good
goalkeeping.
goal. It was a good goal.
He slapped it.
It was a good goal.
Just said for someone to FaceTime me.
Oh yeah.
But Caceido, man, he's showing his price tag like we're saying.
Yeah.
And he saved them at the end as well. I think like there was a last minute clearance as well.
Real footballers always come out at the end. Real football always wins. Real football always wins, even on the biggest stage, even the biggest ceremonies. Real football always wins. He's not picking up the phone.
I think it's a travesty that a DM wins the Ballon d'Or.
You said you want to speak. We're speaking about Man United. What do you want to say? My phone screen's cracked though. I don't want to show my phone screen on camera. I don't want to show my phone screen on camera. Oh, he's got bad connection. He's in what's the capital of Cameroon? Hello, yeah. We're talking about Man United. What do you have to say?
Well, I think 10 out of Stardust, man.
10 out Stardust.
It was at the crime scene. He was there when Erik was, exposing a few stuff which killed the team. And you can't say it was. Just
What?
got Bruno using the ball. We watched Bruno use the ball and perform it just for it now. That's when I said, yeah, I'm gonna wait for this start after the game.
You sound depressed, brother.
He looks so dejected. If you see him on the
I
camera,
would have thought you lot lost today.
his leather lips are looking red.
It's not Maserati, it's Dallo. It's not Dallo, it's Delete. It's not Delete, it's Anana. It's not Anana, then it's Martinez or Evans.
Okay, thank you very much for that,
point,
Joe.
though. He's got a point.
How's that possible? Also, don't forget yesterday, Nottingham Forest won 3-0.
Still going with this. You got a new manager, bro, and you're still on the Nottingham Forest wave. That's crazy.
The second,
He's temporary. He was at the crime scene, so he has to go as well.
Who's at the crime scene?
Ruud van Nistelrooy saying that Ruud's at the crime scene.
Oh,
I hope this Mac is picking this up.
Production about your Man United fans and how disrespectful they are and ungrateful. Nah, man.
They're saying that we're ungrateful because we tell our legends to move on and not to do certain things. When it comes,
Listen, brother, you wouldn't.
Unfortunately, the reality. It's the harsh reality.
but they're not bigger than the club, bro. No one's bigger than the mob.
Alex Ferguson made your football club. You wouldn't support Man United if you wasn't for Alex
It's
Ferguson.
true. That's true. But life goes on. Hey Jeff, I'm sorry. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on, innit? We're gonna move on because we've got to wrap up soon. But thank you very much for your input. We spoke about Arsenal. We spoke about it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late.
Can I say one thing though?
Yeah, go on, quickly.
One thing about Arsenal. See, when I said there's a reason why Arsenal fans rather cycle to their wedding than jump in their
Okay.
Isaac previously, the reason why he goes to his wedding in a Rolls Royce.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jeff. Have a safe trip home.
Nah, you're funny, you know.
He's so fresh.
Nah, he's so funny.
Where does he come up with these things?
I don't know where he gets these things from.
African
But it's
proverbs, bro.
funny, bro.
I hope the Mac picked that up well as well. I really
Yeah, I
hope
hope
the
the Mac
Mac
picked
picked
that
that up.
up. I hope it did. That is
Oh, my
funny.
As you said, Nottingham Forest. We're gonna move on to Nottingham Forest because actually, what do you want to say about Man United before we go?
I have nothing to say.
Just
I
quick.
have nothing to say.
Their new manager
I have
Amiron.
nothing to say.
We're gonna be paying free at the back. That's what I know, innit?
I think that will suit some players. The only thing that worries me is the two midfield centre mids.
Yeah.
That will kind of. I'm thinking like
Who's gonna play left wing back?
it'll probably be Maserati play there because he
I
can
think
play there.
we're looking to bat 8 Nori apparently.
Oh, I like
That-
that.
yeah,
I like
that'll be his
Haidar.
first. That'll be his first
Haidar.
buy apparently.
That would be
I like
so
that, Nori.
perfect. And then obviously, then we have two good options at right wing back with Dallo and Mazraoui.
and
then-
they can play left back as well.
Yeah, but
like, they can-
I feel like he likes
I know,
bombing.
I
He likes
know,
people who bomb
yeah.
forward.
The only thing that worries me is that the two centre mids is that I'm pretty sure Ugarte's going to play because
He played with him before.
he's
as
played with
well.
him before. I feel like they're still like the formation suits me Ugarte, like it's a bit more robust.
Yeah.
It's just who played next to him. Then I'm thinking like Kobe Manu is going to get dropped then.
We'll see. I think that manager knows how
So-
to
so
cultivate
you-
talent, so I'm looking.
Yeah, it's huh?
Oh yeah,
Marcus Edwards. Yeah, Marcus Edwards. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
We cannot talk on what we have not seen. We have to wait for it to come, and you know what I'm saying, because that's how football is. We speak on actualities, not
He's got a big task for the forwards though, because they can't score for anything, man.
We will see. All I'm gonna say is we will see. But moving on to the team who is third in the Premier League, shockingly, Nottingham Forest. Like, it's good now. It's good to see that. Like, I like the Premier League when it does things like this. Give us surprises. Remember back in the day when like Hull used to be in the top 4 for a couple of weeks, and Portsmouth, you know what I'm saying, then they drop off. That's real Barclays Premier League stuff. It's good.
Bolton.
You know what I'm saying?
Bolton. Yeah.
Runs of form. It's good to see that. Like I was there. I used to see Elmander, Kevin Davis, them man there. I was there.
Fair enough.
You wait there.
You know what?
Fair enough.
You know, Elmander's a good one. I didn't say Elmander.
They want to show my age. I was there when Daniel Sturridge was on loan. I was there when Danny Welbeck was on loan at Sunderland. I was there. I was watching Match of the Day. Missed past my bedtime. It's gangster out here.
Fair enough.
You wait there. You wait there.
Elmander, hey.
But yeah, man, it's good stuff from the Espirito Santos boys, man. Yeah, man, good
Can't
stuff.
knock it, man. The brothers are combining, man.
Their dressing room looks so fun. I think that's what it is. I think it's the dressing room.
It must be in the vibes, innit? It must be, innit?
Ola Aina was doing it post-match interview for Opta Sport, yeah. He had Ribena in his hand. He had an afro. And the guy was like, innit, yeah, come on. Like, it's just like, they feel so free, and it's good to see when free players are playing freely on the pitch. Like, big up Ola Aina, yeah. Big up Ola Aina.
Chris Wood, man.
Chris Wood, man.
Chris
They're all not Ballon d'Or contention. Or what?
According to DB, innit? The way DB sees it, you know what I mean?
We're going to do this for a couple of weeks. It's okay.
DB,
But 8 goals, you know what? He's only behind Haaland. He's got 8 goals.
Crazy.
He's joint with someone else. I think Salah or something.
Must be Salah.
He's joint up there still,
Yeah.
putting the ball at the back of the net.
I think we love a good patch when it comes to players like this, like when there's like a mid-table team, like, and they have a goal scoring like striker, like banging in goals. Everyone loves it, man.
And the football's good.
Yeah, that's the
football
thing.
is good.
No, but do you know what I was thinking with Nuno, right? Is that I think Nuno, he is a Nottingham Forest type manager, right?
Yeah.
Wolves type manager.
Yeah.
When he went to Tottenham, I don't think he got the respect or like the football he wanted to get going. Like, it didn't work because Tottenham are they're Tottenham. They're not Nottingham Forest or Wolves. But the way Wolves are playing, all the players like they're getting behind him. They're getting behind. They're playing the way he wants to play. But he wants to play, and it's coming off. He's got the perfect players for it.
That's what I was gonna say though. So
Alanga.
He's also got players that want to prove themselves.
Exactly.
But big clubs.
Yeah.
For me, some of them shouldn't have left. Maybe one shouldn't have left the club he was at, or he was forced to.
Alanga.
But besides that, I think he got a lot of players there that are basically trying to show
Chip on their shoulder.
There's a lot.
Still that guy where he's not talking about me when I was young, but I'm still that guy.
Even Chris Wood. Remember he was at Newcastle and he got moved on.
Got moved on. No, to speak about Callum Hudson-Odoi, yeah, he's been playing good under this manager for quite a while now. Not just this game. He got I think he got man of the match, or he was on one of them. I think it's SofaScore. He got like 8.7 rating. Like, he actually is playing very well. Like, on the right hand side, the left hand side, he's just being a handful. And he got a goal the other day. He got a goal yesterday. Yeah, he's just showing he has ability, and he's got 1 ACL. Like, it's mad. Like, at the age of 23, 24. Trust me, his career is far from over. You got Gibbs White balling out. No, do you know who my favourite player is? Yeah, from Nottingham Forest.
Oh, you're gonna say Ryan Yates or something?
No, I'm gonna say Elliot Anderson.
Oh,
Elliot
Anderson. Yeah.
Elliot Anderson is clean. I don't know why Newcastle sold him.
That's got to be the best. What's the thing? What's it? Something SRP. What's it called? It's not SRP. Not FFP. What's that thing that they're under? Newcastle are under. I forgot what it's called, man.
You better find it, because
not FFP. Is it FFP?
The financial fair play.
Yeah, but it's something else. It's something else. What's it called, man?
For what? Like violating certain.
Was it homegrown talent that had to sell?
No, I remember they're under that.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Like, they done what Chelsea get accused of. Chelsea were accused of it. Newcastle obviously got accused of it.
But you know when you can you can't sell players, but you can kind of trade them off for it's like an FFP trade-off kind of thing.
I get what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, but that's got to be the best FFP whatever thing is. Sorry.
That's all right, don't worry.
That's got to be the best FFP signing of all time, though.
He's got ability. He looks clean on the ball. I can't where do you think Nottingham Forest will finish, though? Because we know they're not finishing in the top 4, innit?
Is Gibbs White injured? Or is he there?
No, he was there. I'm sure he played.
Yeah, I just haven't. Gibbs White.
Yeah, he played. Yeah, he played.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of him, but
I think mid-table, 10th.
They don't
10th,
rely on
11th.
him as much anymore.
Yeah.
10th, 11th, or 12th. Something like that.
They'll finish top half, I'd say.
Top half?
Best
I don't know,
top half.
man. I don't know. There's still a good few teams. You got Brighton, Fulham.
Yeah, I know.
Obviously, you got United still.
Let's see if we can carry it.
I won't even dig. I'm just being genuine.
We're not even the top.
That's what I'm saying.
Mid-table's not bad for them, though. From what they were last season, they were battling relegation.
It'll be good. It'll be good to see them. But that concludes the show. I've been DB.
Rodri won the Ballon d'Or.
A Rodri supporter. A man who believes football won last week.
Football did not win.
To the right of me, we've got.
Football did not win.
I'm a Vinicius supporter because, bro, like the fact.
Yeah, that's football.
He as an individual
no,
award.
the outro, you know.
How long have we got?
Say your name.
We can extend it to 2 more minutes.
All right,
Two more
Okay,
minutes.
cool.
Yeah, 2 more minutes.
Vinicius,
Let's, let's work, man.
let me just say, Vinny, right? As like I said before, it's a team. It's not a team reward, and I get they do play part, but Vinny changed games. Not saying Rodri didn't as much as other players, but Vinny.
Rodri changed game. Rodri changed game at club level and at international level. When there was 1-0 down to Georgia, yeah, what did he do? He went to go get a goal. Then he went back and done his job cleaning up and distributing play. What happened? He was doing it for Manchester City as well. Rodri is the best midfielder in the world and he does more than he needs to do as a DM.
But
he got the same amount of goals and assists as Odegaard in the league. You're not telling me a man who does his job at the highest level then goes and does offensive output. I'm not hearing it.
All
He's
right,
the best.
but based on that logic,
Yeah.
Carvajal should have won it too then.
No, because it's not the same thing.
How is it not the same? Carvajal
It's not
scored
the
in the
same
Champions
thing.
League final.
Because it's
and
not
he was
about that.
and he was a colossus in Euros win.
Yeah, but for over the course of the season, he didn't have the. I watched Real Madrid quite a few times
Brother,
last season. It's
brother.
not the same. It's not the same.
Brother.
Rodri game in game. It's not even Premier League
Carvajal
bias.
is
I'm
an
not Premier League bias.
regardless of what you want to say. Danny Carvajal is an all-timer. Nacho is an all-timer. Lucas Vazquez is an all-timer.
They're all timers for Madrid. They're great players.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Madrid.
But overall, if you think
Kroos should have won then.
he was in for a shout, but he didn't win. He didn't win.
Based on your logic, like there's within
that,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's you lot that
Rodri
have.
actually deserve to even be top 3.
Listen, if Vinny won.
I think he deserves to be top 3. I think he deserves to be top 3.
If Vinny won, I wouldn't say it's an injustice. You man are acting like it's been stolen from Vinny's hand. Is that?
Nah.
Yeah, so they went into Vinny's crib and put a whap and said, "Yeah, give me the Ballon d'Or." No, it hasn't. It hasn't.
What's the journalist? Some next
Yeah,
bro, that man didn't even have him top 10.
yeah, that is criminal. That's
You can't
criminal.
in one country, you know. There's a few countries of the panel of journalists that did not have him as top 10.
This is
But that's the thing. Like, it's voted by so many people, journalists, like people outside of like
it's France football. It's France football.
Yeah, exactly.
I
and it's like
hear what you're saying.
Do you know,
about
Vinny rattles feathers. That's what it is. Like,
Yeah,
I'll be the first.
exactly.
I'll be the first to admit. He sometimes like when I look at him, I'm like, oh, that would piss me off. If he done that to my team, I'll be pissed off as well, right?
Yeah.
But he rattles too many feathers, and I think that was like not saying he's downfall, but like maybe people looked too much into
It
that.
was his downfall. It was his downfall. It was his downfall.
For class.
But there's too many.
World Cup, Messi,
You could go.
Ronaldo,
Yeah, you got
class.
too many players back in time.
Hey man, this is why the Ballon d'Or is not credible. It's
Is
not credible.
Rodri
for me.
undeserving of that award?
I wouldn't say he's undeserving. I wouldn't say
Then that's it
undeserving.
then. Because if you would be able to say it, you would be able to
You know
say
what, right? If Vinny didn't have the season he had and Rodri still had the same season, fair enough.
it. Vinny's season was good. I'm not saying Vinny's season was good.
I
but
hear it.
like,
Do you know what I see?
Yeah, I hear it, though.
What happened to Vinny? What's going to happen to Vinny? He's gonna get that treatment that Ronaldo got by FIFA, UEFA. They're just gonna pick certain points,
and that's when your football has to do your talking for you.
and he does. That's the thing.
His football didn't do enough talking for him, clearly. Because
Wow.
when Brazil...
The only stain. That's the only stain. That's the only stain. Brazil. That's the only stain. That's the only stain.
Brazil was the only statement.
Do you know-
one
do you
one
know-
guy's
No
team-
stain.
Oh, stain.
I
No, it's
hear
a
it. I
stain.
hear this point, right? I hear this point because Roy doesn't have any stains.
Any stain.
Vinny does with
You
Brazil.
can't say,
fair.
oh my
So
days.
fair play. I hear that. I
And
hear
it
that.
is, yeah. I saw someone say that Rodri's position isn't that difficult or it's not that pivotal to think.
I know- I did not say
I
that.
saw it on the internet. I'm not saying anyone here, but you know, if a DM can't play well, you get exposed.
Yeah, your
DMs
team
get exposed. You're exposing the attacking end and the defensive end, and no team ever looks exposed to Rodri on the pitch. No team ever looks exposed to Rodri on the pitch.
This is why football's going down the toilet for me because how is DMs winning Ballon d'Ors, bro?
Listen, centre backs have won it. Why can't DMs win it? Cannavaro,
but
Yeah, but he had one hell of a season.
Well, that was
And he was pivotal to that Italy World Cup win.
Rodri's having one hell of a season, and he was pivotal to that Euros win. He was
I'm not.
pivotal.
The thing is,
It's not for a 1 month tournament.
I'm basing it off a season of him playing.
They only won one
I came on this show and I said that Rodri's so good at being a midfielder that he could play number 10. I said that.
I got him. So why didn't Haaland win it last year?
I don't know. That's just a sheg. Haaland got shagged. Haaland got shagged.
Here we
Haaland
are.
got shagged.
Here we are.
Haaland got shagged.
Lewandowski as well, but
Yeah, Lewandowski, they shagged Lewandowski.
Yeah,
I don't know why they put the ban on that
a
season.
full blown check.
But I think we should round it up for there because it's going to get too emotional. It's going to get testy, yeah? You guys are all friends here, yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? So, I've been DB. Rodri won the Ballon d'Or rightfully.
I'm Team Nico. We were robbed.
I'm Tottenham Joe, man. Aston Villa fans. Oh, you West Ham in disguise.
Thank you very much.